Jeffrey Dahmer is a well-known serial killer who killed a total of 17 people. Even though the official number is 17, it is known that he's probably killed a lot more people than just 17. Real quick on how we go about these killings, he would go to this gay bar or gay club, I can't remember exactly. He would pick up these gay men, bring them back to his apartment, drug them, and do unthinkable stuff. He would kill his victims, chop off their bodies, basically just leave corpses lying around his house, and he would just do... I don't want to get too descriptive on what he would do with his dead bodies. You can look it up on the internet and figure out for yourself. You're not going to get that from me here. On top of him killing innocent people, he was also known to diddle kids. Like, one of his victims was a 17-year-old boy. He also diddled two brothers, a 14-year-old and a 13-year-old. He was just a sick man, a sick, disgusting, disturbed man. Even another one of his victims was death. He killed an innocent death man. The only reason Jeffrey Dahmer was caught was because one of his victims actually escaped, managed to run out into the street and get in front of a cop car. If it wasn't for that miracle, Jeffrey Dahmer would have killed a lot more innocent people. He was obviously found guilty and sentenced to life. He went to prison, and I don't know how far into his sentence he was in, but was brutally killed by an inmate. I'm not the one to be happy about another man's death, but there's always an exception to the rule. Alright, I'm done giving you guys backstory on who Jeffrey Dahmer is. Let's go ahead and get into why I'm making this video. I'm making this video because you would think, what I just described to you, the person that he was, you would think everybody would be in agreement on this guy being one of the worst humans to ever exist, right? A disgusting human being that deserves no sympathy whatsoever. Well, sorry to break it to you, we live in a sick and disgusting world. That's not the case at all. There's people that actually feel bad for him and are sexualizing him, quite frankly. It's disgusting. This all came about because Netflix released a 10-part series about Jeffrey Dahmer. I never understood why they do this type of things, where they just make a 10-part series. A 10-part series about a serial killer. I hated it when they did this for Ted Bundy. Why are you giving so much attention to these serial killers, man? You're making the youth, the youngest that are watching this like, oh, I just have to kill a lot of people and I get a whole series, I get a whole movie, I get a whole TV show, whatever. Like that's really bad, because a lot of these people just want attention, they just want fame, they want recognition, and they just seen a person like Jeffrey Dahmer getting a whole 10-part series for killing people. They're gonna want to do the same. Hey guys, me again. I completely forgot to say this other point when I was recording this video, and I actually feel really bad that I forgot to say this. This type of series also affects the families of the victims, the families that have to relive this moment in their life. Imagine your significant other or a family member dies from a killer, and that same killer gets a Netflix series. The series is not only bringing unwanted memories to the family, but it's also putting out there on the big screen, on the TV, exactly how their family member died. Them reenacting how I almost said Ted Bundy. Jeffrey. Oh, who cares about Jeffrey Dahmer killing them? That's just sick, man. That's just a different type of pain that I don't think I could even comprehend. The fact that they're bringing this stuff up after probably years of trying to repress it, years of trying to get past it, trying to get through it, they probably got to a point where they finally did, and then boom, they dropped this type of series, and all those feelings and emotions that they had came right back up. As much as I would love these type of companies to not push these type of series out, negativity sells, man. We live in a negativity driven world. It's only inevitable, man. That's what gets the sales. Let's go ahead and talk about the sexualizing. Let's start with that one first. You've probably seen on Twitter everybody being like, yo, Jeffrey's hot. Oh, he is sexy. He is just beautiful. He's a serial killer. Did you forget that? He killed a bunch of innocent people. He diddled kids. He did unspeakable things to these corpses, these bodies, these dead bodies. And you were able to look at this man, ignore all of that, and just say, oh my gosh, he is hot. That's sick. That's nasty. That's terrible. That's terrible. I can't. I don't care if this man looked like Michael B. Jordan doing all this actions. Why are you giving him a compliment? Why are you saying something nice about this man? Him killing people should just absolutely make him hideous, ugly of an individual. I turn you off of him completely. Him killing all those people didn't do that for you? You need therapy. There's something wrong with you. You need professional help. We really live in a world where someone can kill so many people just absolutely do the sickest things known to man. And you know what? As long as they look good, hey, hold on, wait a minute. Whoa. Man, I wish I was one of the victims that he slipped a drink in. Ooh, I would have let him do whatever he wanted to me. Do you know how sick you sound? Do you know how disturbed you sound? Y'all need to find Jesus. All right, let's go ahead and move on to people feeling bad for Jeffrey Dahmer. There's people out there that feel bad for him and actually made videos about it on TikTok, and we're about to go watch 2 of them. I got 2 for you guys. Let's go ahead and start with the first one.
Serious question. Is there something wrong with me because I high-key felt bad for Jeffrey Dahmer?
Yes, what? Yes. How is that a question? Yeah, how is that a serious question you're asking? There is something wrong with you. Get help. Professional help. Get professional help. Let me go ahead and calm down. Let me relax. I'm not the type of person that's gonna go ahead and dismiss an opposing opinion, even though this would be like a great time to exercise my exception to the rule. But hey, you know what? Let's go ahead and hear her out. Let's go ahead and see why she feels bad for this serial killer that diddle kid.
Now, throughout the whole thing, I was like, damn, like, this shit is crazy. Like, that's so sad. All, like, the murders and everything that, like, he did. The way he did it, like, I was like, damn, like, this shit is mad scary. Like, that's so sad. But I was, like, fine throughout the whole thing because, like, I watch a lot of true crime, whatever. But, bitch, when they killed Jeffrey, I was like literally teary-eyed. Like, I got teary-eyed.
First off, quick genuine question, real question. Why do you females love true crime so much? Like, my mom loves true crime as well. Like, she used to watch First 48 all the time. That's why I have like a irrational fear of someone breaking into my crib. Like, why do you guys love it so much? I actually heard that a majority of the biggest podcasts in the world are true crime podcasts. So please, if anyone can answer that question, that would be great. 2, she's so desensitized that this series, based on true events, real events, she did not feel bad for the actual victims that died. But the killer right here, the person that was doing all the killing, the killer that was doing all this wrong, grotesque, disgusting things, that's the person you feel bad for. That's the person that you just ache in your heart for. That has got to be the most backwards logic I've ever heard in my life. How do you feel bad for the killer but not the victim? How does that make sense to you? How does that make sense?
I'm looking at my boyfriend like, oh my God, like, please don't tell me they kill him. Don't tell me he died. I'm looking at myself like, bitch, what? Like, what?
And I'm looking at you as well like, what? I heard you got a boyfriend, so this is for the boyfriend. This is for your boyfriend right here. My man, you gotta reevaluate the relationship that you're in. You gotta reevaluate who you're in a relationship with. Because if she's posting this type of stuff, this type of content on the interweb, on the internet, you might have to look into a couple things, man, because I don't know if you want to be in a relationship with that type of girl, honestly. But hey, that's just me. That's just the principles I stand on. So, I mean, I can't expect you to live by the same code.
For some reason, like, everything that he did that was, like, absolutely horrifying, just, like, out the window. I'm literally, like, looking to my side and I'm like, please tell me they don't kill him. I felt so fucking bad. Like, I actually felt bad. Like, it was, like, ridiculous. I'm thinking to myself, like, you should not be feeling bad for this man. Like, but I deadass didn't want him to die. Like, I was kind of pissed. I was like, what the fuck?
She didn't want him to die. She wanted this man to live. Moving on. Let's just move on to the next one, man. Let's not move on. Because I could really berate her. I could really go crazy right now, but I'm not going to do that. I'm a gentleman. I ain't going to do that. Let's go ahead and move on to the next clip, all right?
So basically in the last episode, he gets murdered in prison and he's like really silent and he just like gets battered to a pulp. Like, I totally appreciate this man is probably like the worst of the worst. No, he is the worst of the worst. He is literally like Lucifer himself. Like, it's that bad. He's a cannibal. He's a sexual predator. He drugs people. He beats them. He dismembers them. He murders them. He tortures them. He eats them. Like, he keeps their body parts. Like, he is crazy. This man is crazy.
You hear her rattling off the list, right? Of all the nasty things that he did. You hear rattling off the list, right? You know there's a butt coming, right? You know there's a butt coming. And I ain't even talking about that nice J-Lo butt. You feel? That would be nice. That would be great if a J-Lo butt was about to pop on my screen right now. But nope. It's a butt that shouldn't be added on into this sentence. It shouldn't be included in this sentence.
But for some reason, I feel really sorry for him. Like, oh my God, are you that lonely?
Maybe the reason he was lonely, hear me out, I'm just throwing something at the wall, seeing if it sticks. Let's go ahead and see if this one works out. Maybe the reason why he was lonely was because, I don't know, maybe he was killing everybody. Maybe he was killing everybody that was in his vicinity. Maybe that's why he was alone. I don't know though, again, just spitballing. It's kind of hard having friends or a companion when you, I don't know, kill them all. Like, what kind of argument is this? Like, gosh, this is frustrating.
And I know that is like such a bad way to think or feel. No, I think that he's crazy, and I know he's crazy, and in my mind I'm like, you're fucked. But in my heart I'm like, I feel really sorry for you. I feel really sorry that you are that lonely, that this is the lengths that you go to wanting to feel close to somebody.
He didn't have to go to those lengths to have company. He didn't. He had company already. He didn't have to chop him up. He didn't have to drug him or anything. He didn't have to do all that. He had him at his house. He had company. What is this argument? Do these TikTokers literally just press record and just blurt out whatever they think? Think before you post this garbage.
To wanting to keep someone, because I've been lonely. I think we've all been lonely. It's like the worst feeling in the world. And if you've actually watched any like real life interviews of Jeffrey Dahmer or like his childhood, and even watching this Netflix series, I don't know, I'm just throwing it out that he does seem a little bit autistic, like he's on the spectrum, which breaks my heart even more. I'm like, where was the help and support that you needed?
Okay, nope. I'm not finishing this video, y'all. I'm not finishing this video, man. Let's go ahead and get right into the outro.
Honestly, the empath in me will be the death of me, because it's actually worrying me. The empath in me is worrying.
Y'all gotta let me know down in the comments below your thoughts and your opinions on this whole thing. If you came this far into the video, if you did, greatly appreciate it. I appreciate you for coming this far into the video. Thinking about dropping a sub. If not a sub, bare minimum, a like. Hopefully I see you on my next one, and it's a lot more upbeat than this video was. Bye bye.
Cause I have to live this life. Music blow my line. What?